Welcome to MBT Physiological Footwear. When introducing customers to MBT footwear, you can be confident that you have something wonderful to offer. Rely on the fact that for 20 years worldwide, customers have absolutely loved what MBT has provided to keep them comfortable and on the move. When first available back in 1996, MBT footwear quickly spread across the world as people began to experience this unique sole and all it did to serve their needs. MBT reached 100 countries not through advertising, but through word of mouth. There's obviously something very special about this shoe. We're here today to help you to understand just what that special quality is and how it can help your customer. Let's begin with the obvious. The sole is curved, not flat. Think about a foot standing on a hard, flat surface. The heel bone and the balls of the feet press into the floor and become the highest points of pressure. When walking, these are the same two areas that receive most of the shock and compression with contact and push-off. It's no wonder most people with foot pain refer to the heels and the balls of their feet. Although our bodies have an amazing system of stabilizing muscles to help us balance and stand upright, they're rarely used when we spend our lives in flat shoes on flat, stable surfaces. This is the experience in most conventional footwear. No challenge to our stability, no need for these muscles to turn on and stabilize our joints and our backs. Now, imagine walking barefoot on a soft, sandy beach. When standing, the sand fills in the arch, allowing your weight to be distributed across the entire sole of your foot. The heel and the ball bones are not pressing into a hard, flat surface. When walking, the heel tilts and sinks into the soft sand. The sand fills in, supporting the arch, acting as a pivot that your foot rolls over. Because the sand is soft and unstable, your body is able to utilize those important stabilizing muscles to adjust and balance while you walk. This system of muscles supports your joints and back. Use them or lose them. This is why MBT's unique sole construction has been so beneficial to so many. MBT footwear mimics the benefits of walking and standing in soft, natural ground, no matter what surface you're forced to be on. Imagine how this could help your customers for work, travel, fitness, and everyday life. MBT understands that one size, style, or sole does not fit all. We offer a variety of European-sized options, including dressed, casual, and athletic styles, as well as 3 index levels indicating the dose of MBT that fits your customer. Before selling MBT, it's most important that you first experience and understand the technology yourself. Sincerity is key when it comes to the trust of your customers. If you've experienced the unique benefits of MBT, you're sharing rather than selling. A great restaurant, a good film, a scenic hike, something shared from a sincere representative is much more welcome than something that's being sold. Remember, the success of this shoe has been a word-of-mouth movement. You can talk about materials and technology all day, but what customers ultimately want to know is, what will this shoe do for me? And/or, will this shoe cover my specific needs? If you know what it is they're looking for, you can better connect the features and benefits of MBT footwear to what it can do and how it can help to cover their needs. Ask some questions to learn about the customer's intended use, their activity level, physical issues, and any existing preferences when it comes to their footwear. Understanding MBT's unique sole construction will help you to connect the benefits of the shoe with the needs of your customer. When we approach overall health and comfort from the feet up, we can focus in on 3 important factors: repeated shock, inactive stability muscles, and poor circulation. Let's take a look at how MBT can help to combat these 3 things. In the heel, we find the MBT sensor that provides a nice soft contact with the ground. This sensor, along with the angle of the rocker bottom, allows our heel to sink comfortably down as it would in soft, natural ground. Next we have our TPU shank and lasting board, which rests on top of the midsole and pivot axis. Together these act as a slight balance board, which gently challenges our body to adjust and stabilize in the same way a trainer might use balance to strengthen the protective muscles around our joints and spine. Increased muscle activity within the lower limbs and feet will act as a pump, increasing circulation. This will benefit customers who experience achiness from long hours on their feet. All three of these components, combined with a premium durable rubber outsole, create a rocker bottom that allows a gentle active roll across the midfoot as opposed to the shock, slap, and compression experienced in conventional footwear. When standing in MBT, the heels and balls of the feet are lifted rather than pressing into the floor. So what will this unique sole construction do for your customer? Let's review. It can help to reduce the repetitive shock that can cause joint pain and breakdown. It incorporates balance, which is widely used to strengthen the protective muscles that support joints and posture. And the balance challenge creates muscle activity in the lower limbs and feet, which can aid in increased circulation. This should cover a large percentage of your customers' comfort needs. Passionate customer testimonies continue to reveal an enormous variety of benefits experienced with MBT footwear. Now that we understand the basic construction, let's talk about MBT index levels. The index level found here in the box identifies the level of MBT activation. There are 3 levels available to fit your customer's preference: Activate, Dynamic, and Performance. When you choose Activate, you're choosing our flattest and most stable MBT sole. Your customer will still benefit from the soft heel sensor as well as the pivot axis that will provide a nice gentle roll while walking. Our dynamic sole has higher sidewalls and pivot axis along with a medium strong rock. This provides a moderate level of activation while walking and standing. Finally, our performance sole offers our highest activity index. This index possesses a strong sole curve and higher pivot axis, allowing for maximum MBT activation. What works best for each individual is unique and unknown until they've tried all 3. One may find the index level that works best for exercise is different from the index level that works best for standing on their feet all day at work. MBT is committed to a long-standing reputation for premium quality. In our footwear, you will only find the finest stitching, full-grain leathers, premium synthetics, custom BASF polyurethanes, and durable non-marking rubbers. For all weather protection, MBT's Gore-Tex linings, also found in select MBT styles, provide ventilation and waterproof protection for both hot and cold conditions. Thanks to Vibram's specialty outsoles, one can enjoy the benefits of MBT footwear at work and in more challenging outdoor environments. The Vibram XS Work, featured on MBT's professional service shoes, allow your customer to be both comfortable and safe in slick work environments. This sole is made with a high-performance outsole compound with optimum slip and oil resistance. The sole is non-marking with anti-static and insulative properties. For those ready for adventure, select MBT footwear features the Vibram XS Trek outsole. This technical trekking compound represents performance and durability. The Vibram XS Trek is engineered for difficult trekking and multi-sport performance. The soft, flexible compound has ultimate grip response on both wet and dry terrain. Slick work conditions, a challenging trail, inclement weather, we give your customer options to keep them comfortable and prepared so nothing can stop them. Before selling MBT, it's most important that you first try a pair on yourself. Feel free to grab a pair and strap them on and follow along with our customer. MBT is European sized. Once you know your Euro size, you know your MBT size. As you fit the shoe, kick the heel back and make sure the shoe is snug in the midfoot with a little wiggle room in the toes. Make sure there's a finger width of room at the toe area, and for open toe styles, that the heel and toes do not reach the edge of the sole. Get your customer excited for something new. Ask them to stand and imagine a seesaw beneath their foot. Check to make sure their feet are parallel and hip width apart. Now tell them to roll their shoulders back, look ahead, stand tall, and find a line that connects their ear, shoulder, hip, straight down through the pivot of that seesaw. Ask them to rock their feet forward and back a few times, getting their mind in touch with the unique feel of that rocker sole. Now have them come back to center, flatten out that seesaw, and try to stabilize there. Cue their posture and demonstrate the proper way to stand on the pivot axis. Now ask the customer a few things. Do they feel their body adjusting and working to stabilize? How do their feet feel? Do they notice relief from pressure in the heels and balls of the toes, those very common problem areas? Does their arch feel supported from the pivot axis below? Now it's time to walk. Have them walk naturally and at a good pace. The harder the surface, the more pleasantly surprised they'll be when they don't feel the normal shock. The longer they walk, the more natural they will begin to feel. Make sure to continue asking them questions about how they feel and what they notice. Do they notice the hard surface? Is their posture any different? Now here's the clincher. After the try-on is done and they've removed the MBTs, ask them to stand up in their socks or even the shoes they came in with. In many cases, returning to what used to be normal becomes unacceptable now that they've felt the alternative. This is what sells MBT. When purchasing MBT footwear, encourage the customer to begin a break-in period of 1 to 2 hours a day and work their way up as they feel comfortable. It may take up to 2 weeks before one can wear them all day. Like an orthotic, MBT is changing your biomechanics and therefore needs to be done gradually. Once the customers become accustomed to MBT, they should be able to wear them as long and as much as they'd like. Although custom orthotics can be worn with MBT, help your customer to understand that their weight is distributed differently due to the unique sole construction, which therefore changes the dynamic between your foot and the ground. You may want to suggest trying MBT with and without their orthotics and decide which feels best. What can MBT footwear be used for? MBT has long been loved by those looking for comfort during work, travel, fitness, everyday walking and standing. Nurses, teachers, stylists, servers, those who spend long hours on concrete floors at conventions and expos, MBT can help to provide great relief to the feet, joints, and backs of this group. For the traveling customer who understands that the more comfort their shoes provide, the more they'll be able to explore and see. With MBT, nothing can stop them. Whether your customer is a newcomer to fitness or high-level athlete, we have a selection to serve their needs. Let's start with fitness. While many walkers settle for a running shoe that works, MBT footwear was actually designed for the proper posture and biomechanics of walking. These shoes were made for walking, not just lifestyle walking, but fitness and conditioning walking as well. Are you training to walk a 10K or half marathon? This is your shoe. Athletes, trainers, physical therapists, and even professional sports teams around the world, like the Nankatsu Soccer Club of Japan, have incorporated MBT shoes into their preventative exercise routine. I'm joined today by two high-level athletes, Bree and Nick, who understand the importance of injury prevention. Today we're going to take you through a set of exercises that you can do in your MBT shoes to challenge the important set of muscles that protect your joints. Before we begin these exercises, you want to stand tall, shoulders back, eyes ahead. Let's begin with a gentle rock, forward and back, warming up the muscles in your feet, ankles, and calf muscles. In our next exercise, we're going to lift one leg up and draw circles with your foot while balancing on the pivot on the foot that's planted. With each of these exercises, start out with the amount of reps that you feel comfortable with and work your way up as you feel ready. Make sure to repeat the exercises on the opposite leg. Our next exercise is just going to be a simple knee lift while balancing on the pivot of your planted foot. Notice as you do these exercises, you're working both your large primary muscles and also the important stabilizers around your ankles, knees, and hips. Now we're going to change the angle and kick the foot out to the side. Again, trying to balance on the pivot on the foot that's planted. For our next exercise, we're going to raise the knee and reach the leg back. Raise the knee and reach the leg back. The movement and correcting you see here is your brain and body working together to figure out how to stabilize the joint. For this next exercise, we're going to do a common yoga pose called the warrior. You're going to reach your arms forward and one leg back. Eyes ahead, tight core, balance in the pivot of the planted foot. Now we're going to do a basic squat. Eyes ahead, shoulders back, squatting down. At the end of your set, you want to hold down and rock your feet forward and back, making sure you're rocking from the ankles rather than your body. In our last exercise, we're going to step our leg back into a lunge position and dip that back knee down to the floor, up and down. Make sure you're still balancing in the center of your planted foot in the front. At the end of this set, stay down and rock. Again, using your ankle to rock rather than your body. Balance and stabilization are an important exercise for injury prevention. Use it or lose it. We're excited to now extend the MBT physiological footwear experience to runners. First, let's take a look at a clip from Dr. Jeffrey Allen Gray of Helux.
Hi, my name is Dr. Jeffrey Allen Gray. I'm the president of Helux. What Helux does is provide an independent third-party research facility for footwear companies. And really what we want to do is try and figure out a way to make every shoe idea the best possible shoe for the customer. When you look at the MBT running shoes, it's really a unique take on what running shoes are. It definitely looks different, but there's also a lot of unique things happening inside of the shoe. An important part of a running shoe is providing protection from the ground and helping to cushion the body. Now, our body has its own cushioning structures, and we want a shoe that will work with those cushioning structures. And so in the unique foam array and the unique shape of the MBT shoes, we're able to get a very different cushioning experience. A lot of runners have very unique strides. Almost no two running strides are the same. And so part of that is making sure that a shoe will work with every type of runner that puts their foot into the shoe. Because the MBT has these unique foam arrays where there's going to be different cushioning in the heel, midfoot, and forefoot, and then in each different model that is tuned for a specific type of runner. So if you're a runner that is a little bit slower or maybe a little bit heavier, there's going to be a shoe for you. If you're a runner that likes to do a little bit of faster stuff and maybe some shorter distance, this foam array and the shape of the rocker is going to be tuned to that runner as well. In general, if you look at all the shoes that are available on the market, there are some innovative ideas, but usually they're just variations on a theme that's already been exposed. What was really exciting about the MBT product is that they had a very unique take on a really innovative idea. Interesting for us that they took this rocker profile that they were known for and then made modifications to it as far as the shape and the geometry and the type of foams that they were using so that it would work with a wide variety of runners. So Helix has ways to study all of these things, and we applied all that testing knowledge to the MBT product when it was in here doing testing with us.
The innovation and design MBT has long been respected for can now be found in 3 unique profiles, modified and mindfully built to meet the varying needs and biomechanics of runners. Join me as we explore exciting new Speed 16, GT 16, and Z16 running profiles designed to meet the diverse preferences of your running customers. You may have heard that a midfoot strike is optimal for efficiency and alignment while running. MBT's design has core features that promote midfoot striking and support a smooth and controlled mid to forefoot transition. Let's start with the Speed 16. This lightweight model has a soft, comfortable profile with minimal rock and comes in both lace-up and slip-on options. Within the sole is a flexible nylon shank, co-molded into the EVA to combine flexibility and lightweight support. On the outsole, you'll find high abrasion rubber co-molded in high wear areas to provide durability. This shoe is best suited for a faster pace or for the runner who desires minimal bulk and weight to their footwear. Now we move to our GT16 model. This is the MBT version of a traditional running shoe. MBT's run-modified rocker bottom and pivot area provide an efficient and supportive ride that helps to disperse impact forces while aiding in acceleration and push-off. This shoe features an injection-molded heel lock system and Drylex 360 moisture management. It also has a unique tri-density chassis comprised of a heel sensor, midfoot sensor, and midsole. Each component is made from high-grade molded EVA for the right amount of cushioning and support in the proper area throughout the gait cycle. The GT16 is best for the avid runner looking for a good solid shoe to support and enhance their running experience. Here we have the Z16 profile. If your customer is looking for maximum cushioning in a design that relieves the heels and balls of the feet from pressure, this is your best option. Due to the high profile and rock of this shoe, it is best used for walking and light jogging. This shoe has a max performance midsole with 3-part sensor construction made of tri-density foam. This is a high cushion shoe that can help to provide a substantial amount of relief for the right customer. All 3 running profiles have a built-in co-molded flex shank, lightweight outsoles, breathable air mesh uppers, ankle grip lacing systems, and anatomically designed removable footbeds. When sharing MBT running shoes with a customer, you'll want to bring out all 3 profiles. If the customer doesn't reveal an immediate preference, start with the GT model. Sizing is European as with all MBT footwear. When the customer kicks the heel back, there should be a finger's width of space above the toes. Have the customer stand tall, shoulders back, eyes ahead. Ask them to rock their feet back and forth to establish that brain-body connection with this unique shape beneath their feet. When you feel they're in touch with this new shaped sole, encourage the customer to start with a brisk walk and move up to a jog when they feel ready. As with all MBT footwear, the best way to help your customer to adjust is to cue their posture first. Have them run tall with slightly shorter strides due to the rocker bottom. With each stride, the sensor, pivot axis, and rocker bottom will guide their foot in a smooth, active roll where the impact and pressure is distributed amongst the midfoot. The longer they run, the more they'll adjust to this change in biomechanics. After purchase, your customer should start with short, light runs and work their way up as they feel ready. They are not only breaking in a new pair of shoes, they're working to improve their gait and posture. This should take a break-in period of 1 to 2 weeks. So what about orthotics? Although they do have removable footbeds, orthotics are designed with the use of conventional footwear in mind. Help your customer to understand that their weight is distributed differently in MBT due to the unique sole construction. In our effort to help customers live life well, we're excited to add these 3 new profiles to fit the varying preferences of runners. We're looking forward to watching MBT physiological footwear out running the roads, tracks, and trails near you. About imitations and counterfeits. A rocker bottom alone does not equal the benefits of MBT footwear. The interplay between MBT's shank, pivot, sensor, and rocker bottom are the winning combination that has revolutionized the way we walk and stand. Imitations may look similar from the outside, but MBT is loved for its inner patented technology. It's what's in our sole that counts. It's important to be aware of and avoid counterfeits. Before purchasing MBT footwear, one can check the store locator on MBT.com to ensure they are buying from an authorized dealer. Just because an online website has MBT in their web address does not mean they are a legitimate MBT site. Signs of a counterfeit would include low quality stitching and materials, discoloration, incorrect style names, and a lack of inner shank, allowing it to be bent easily. When it comes to price, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. To confirm the authenticity of your pair in-store or at home, first find the Serta logo label inside the left shoe or right hang tag. Go to sertalogo.com, then enter the 12-digit identification code. We want our customers to be confident they are buying and experiencing authentic MBT footwear. MBT offers a variety of shoe care products to care for and protect our premium leathers and suedes. For our synthetic materials, clean soiled MBT shoes as soon as possible so dirt does not become ingrained. Clean them by hand with a sponge and diluted soapy water. Let them dry well. Do not wash MBT shoes in the washing machine. When wet, lay MBT shoes on their side and allow them to dry at room temperature before you use them again. The massage sensor in particular should be completely dry. Avoid contacts with acids, disinfectants, salts, grease, fertilizers, and other aggressive substances. Try to avoid mechanical damage to the massage sensor with sharp objects. In addition to shoes, MBT footwear now offers a broad selection of accessories to further support the comfort and health of your customers' feet and lower limbs during travel, exercise, and downtime. Compression socks and sleeves have migrated from the medical world into the more preventative health and wellness world due to the increasing awareness of the benefits gained by increased circulation and support. Compression wear is believed to decrease muscle soreness and aid in circulation and recovery. We hope this information has furthered both your knowledge and excitement towards MBT footwear and all it has to offer your customer.